Yeah man, welcome back everybody to another vlog. So in today's vlog, I'll be presenting a video on a meeting which was done by the National Fisheries Authority, the Marine Police and the JDF Coast Guard. They wanted to hear some of the issues that the fishermen at the Port Marine Fishing Village are currently facing.
I am Ronaldo, someone compliance officer from the National Fisheries Authority. Today I have my colleague with me, my supervisor, Mr. Damon Francis. We have members from the Marine Police, Sergeant N. Harrison and Corporal Warren, as well as members from the Daily Coast Guard, Lieutenant Omar Brown and Lieutenant Omar Brown. So the main purpose of this forum today is to allow a session where we can have a discussion as to the problems with what you are facing out at sea. Whether it is with um, different conditions out there, which is the NFA, which is the Marine Police, or the JDF Coast Guard. We want to hear your concerns in a peaceful forum so that we can have a discussion to see if we can find solutions to the problems. Now, I have Christian beliefs, so I believe that we could start this with a word of prayer. Just we can start on a good level. So, if you give us some reverend. So, Father God, I'll come to you today as we're about to start this meeting so that we can have a peaceful discussion and find amicable solutions so that we can move forward and have more success in the fishing sector and have peaceful lives out at sea. We understand that sea is dangerous enough with different weather conditions, different marine animals that can disrupt the situation out there while we're conducting our work as fishers, as JDF, Coast Guard, and as Marine Police, as well as fisheries officers. So that we hope that we can come to peaceful agreements today and not have any extreme disagreements. I hope we can come to a peaceful end. In the name I pray, oh Lord, Amen.
Amen.
Alright, so we can start up discussions to hear your concerns. Can speak freely.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Before we start about the pot and the thing, then I would like to ask what this
Receipt.
yeah, what is that? The receipt.
Yes.
All right. I have some lots out at sea. I leave them out there, and next day I go back. Somebody draw the pot, take out the lobster, and leave me doorway there, whoop it. Leave the pot doorway, whoop it. Take up the pot, and we bring it over boarding. Mr. Astin was the officer who come out to me. And when I start explaining to him what happened in my for the license, I tell him I don't have the license, but I have the receipt. The license also have the receipt. So that not valid, and because of that, he never take the report from me.
Alright. So, as the Fisheries Act stated that the Fisheries Act doesn't speak to a receipt, it speaks to the fishing license.
So why?
So,
Yes, thanks.
so the receipt
Yeah.
shows that you're following protocol and you made steps to get a license,
Right,
which we appreciate.
right.
However, the fishing license is what grants you the entitlement to take from the sea.
But whenever it's up and you go and renew,
Yes.
this is what stand, this is what you get.
Yes, this is what you get.
So because I may never have the license,
Mm.
him refuse from take a statement from me.
How long can I just get
You
like,
know, we quite remember, but now is the time where we can really mention it.
as really and truly is the license that gives
Yes,
you that.
but remember, when your license up and you go to renew the license, this is what you get. So
That's
it's
it.
supposed to stand for you.
And it take a time before
And
you
it
get
take
the
a time
license.
before you get the license. Sometimes you don't me run a here and don't get the license.
So, all right. This was an issue with the NFA before. Now we're making steps in a situation where we can get out the license in a much quicker manner. That's why we have the substation with Jody here, so that when they got the license, we can get it back. And we also have different systems coming in place now increase efficiency in fishers getting the licenses.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I turn up over there, my license up. I go and I renew my license. This shows that I renew the license. And because I don't have the license, you refuse to take a report from me.
And you know, say he's a
And
fisherman
you
and you have
know
the
me,
license. So that
me are not just yesterday
But
fisherman.
question though, visit the base.
I bring the pot on the boat over there. I go over there with the pot.
Can you recall all of that?
No, really, I remember. Just the first time I get the chance now to read it after I mentioned.
To answer the question, the receipt, right? If you go for a driver's license, you get a receipt to drive with for some time, right? When you go to renew your license, you get a receipt to drive with. Why that receipt is not valid? And it is not the fisherman's fault why you know get back the license the same time, right? I think that should be valid.
because the car one valid, when you
Right,
get that
right,
receipt,
right.
so it don't make no sense. And sometimes I 3 months you don't get the license.
3 months,
Three
10
months.
months,
We
10 months.
Right.
run a year. We run a
Yeah,
year
so
and
that
realize
it
that
shouldn't be like that.
and
It
don't
shouldn't
get
be
the
like that.
license.
Right?
Me.
It shouldn't be like that.
And then the next thing again, them say Mr. Ian say, the license them a pack up in there and we not come for them. I write here some of them. And every week we buy gas. Jody, as long as you don't even have to ask Jody if a license come. She tell us that the license is there. So why would I refuse from collect the license? So come on.
A quick question though from the fisher folks. How long that is valid for?
That's this.
Yeah, you get a receipt. For example, the license valid for you, right? You get a receipt in the industry. Right. Work. How long that is valid for? Discussion is coming for you.
No,
But it stand until you get your license.
No, it can't valid until you get a license.
So what we going to do? So what we going to do? Leave a pack them out and see and them a shop.
Things, you know, when we renew with license, if I saw, if we get
The license, the same day.
time, then if I say go. If we get the receipt and we got to see 1 month, and we don't have a license. 1 month or 2, 3
Remember you
months.
pay your money, you know. The real license. So what you going to do?
what should have happened? When they give you a receipt,
Right.
you should have a date when to come and pick up the license.
Well, it don't carry.
It doesn't because the driver's license and other license would have given a time
Right,
to
right,
come
right.
back to pick up the original license. That don't have it. So if you don't, if your license might be available, but you have the receipt and you walk up and down and you
No, well, we don't
carry
want.
on with everything.
I'm
And
saying,
you say, all right.
Mr. Ian's have a point thing because you can tell him, you check Cody right now, maybe 15 or 20 licenses are
Yes.
there.
And the license,
But
then
what
it will
about
expire.
me? What about me? We're fishing this beach. Where every week we have to buy gas here. Why me that refuse to collect my license?
Jody always
You
call us
understand?
when the license
Yes.
ready.
Yes, she can't. She make sure tell you it is there. But what about when you don't get it? What we going to stay here and the fish part them match up out
I'll
of
think
sea?
about just say that you rectify that situation.
Yes,
No.
yes, but we still have to explain the difficulty what we are faced. Because it's a big issue. That was a big issue with me and that officer. And because of that, me and him don't have a good relationship.
I understand. And then again, you might have the receipt and you go see like my last might went up.
That's
It's
why
damaged.
look at it.
No man, I see your one and you take time off to do that. But some person not gonna do that. And I believe in terms of the fishing industry now need to start out this
Right.
in terms of the license and the receipt by certain time.
Right, right.
Might be ready now. So how long it normally take?
You got
after
this
the receipt?
license?
After
No, I
the
don't get it yet.
After the seat, it typically takes a 2 week turnaround. But the problem is that it is processed at the office. It gets at the office, once it's through at the office, it
Alright.
comes back to the substation. So what I do is we practice discretion
Yeah.
is usually we give as officers we understand the situation. I give certain amount of time, for example, maybe a month. But it's up to each individual officer to understand
Right.
the situation that takes place. In your case, I understand that this is a very recent receipt, but I would be able to say that that license is probably ready now and probably in transit to come here.
Right.
So it is unfortunate because this is a situation where would have been discussion would have come into place.
Him never
unfortunate
use
situation.
it.
So what we'd have to do, we would have to discuss again with our superiors in terms of
Him never use it. And then secondly, you see after we have that problem, we done a cross check. Make a morning set and take up the net. And then come down there with the marine boat. And he marks the papers.
That same officer?
Yes. And I said to him, give me a little time because I can't leave the net. I don't have a diver in the boat. A blind set to make. And if you leave the boat and the boat breeze blow over the boat, we can get a bad fast when we have to cut off the net. Him come and him turn the boat crossway. That's when I draw my boat. I go lick up in the marine boat. Shorty, you wanna hold it in the boat to do it. So it's like from that, you see a problem is right here with him. So I make sure I mention it.
on the point with the license, there's a recommendation that we have in the sense that once you see that a month is coming before that your license will expire,
Right.
you start the process for
We do that. Me personal do that.
No, man,
So if you
Yeah, me
expires
personal.
April,
the first receipt.
Yeah. We personal do that. We don't wait for the year when it's a go
Because you see,
We do that. But
not every officer is going to have the same leniency
Right.
because different people. So I don't think the license will be valid for a year. And after 3 months or 6 months, some officers are going to give a problem. The same license, the same receipt.
Right.
Receipt.
what is not what I'm saying is still not my fault. Another fisherman fault.
So that can't be.
Can't be the fisherman fault, you know.
Yes, we pay for it.
Because you can see the day where this one start out, you know. You can see the day. So I know our fault. And what I'm saying, you should use your discretion because remember, you know, me lose something and I'm going to make a report. And just because of that, you don't take the report, you don't make the report with me. So suppose me go out and see after that and go catch a man out and see and act on it. You're going to get me wrong right that's all. Because I can't say me go it up and I'm going to make a report. I never get it from me.
so this is what we're
Soldier and the police. If you're out there and you see a man have him license, for 5-6 months, you pressure him. But a man have him license for 1 month or 2 months. You know same license renew, but him can't go to the office to take it out. Him have to wait till when the bigger head them carry come.
You don't reach the
But
office
if
yet?
a man is long for you have no fisherman,
Yeah.
ignore them license. I want to buy the inside, so nobody not.
When we are saying that if you have the receipt for 6 months, you don't get the license yet. Police can use discretion whether or not.
But officer, that we out. But sometimes if you
We run a year and don't get the
if you
license, you know.
if you don't go
We
there,
finish
no.
a year
I said to
and
them,
don't get the license right
so
here.
I need my license.
And don't get it.
So why do that receipt?
But we always tell ourselves that once we have the receipt, it stands for us until that incident.
But that's what I think still, officer. If you have all license, and the receipt, you put fire thing, you know, just do the officer the old license, and when the receipt say receipt, so the old license automatically so it say need a license.
You know, one person at a time is in problem with the law.
one person who are in problem.
You are in problem with the law. So that simple state that if you pay for your license and you don't get it, you can wait till you get it before you have to see it.
That is
Okay, so
If it's sticking
every
to the
time
letter of the law,
you guys 1 year, 1 month, 1 week, 1 year to give it to us.
That's supposed to happen, you know.
We have to hear.
Consider this.
We have to hear.
You set the pot and you beat the pot. And you know, we do it today and the next 2 days we're supposed to go dry. Sometimes the 2 days where you go to dry, cut and mash it up.
So
You license and you don't get the license. And you're going to leave the pot when you go to see the $1,000 worth of pot mash up. No, that wouldn't fair to us. That wouldn't fair to us.
No, I'm asking them, why you take our money then? If we want to go to sea, go do fishing, we're all livelihood. And you take our money, say we're going to get license to go to sea, and we can't go. We get a receipt. We wait 1 month, we don't get no license. We wait 2. I talk about my experience, you know, because I'm wait over a year before we get my ID. Over 1 year before we get my ID. So, more ask. The 1 month we go stay alive. What? Drinks are out there, we can't eat. What we're supposed to do?
This is why I'm here. Before the license expires, hold on.
Yes, I
Before the
hear what you
license
said
expires,
before.
you
I
have
said
to
what
apply
I
for it.
said.
However, if it is a situation where you realize that 2 weeks to a month have passed and you haven't gotten your license, that is when they come to the office and make a report.
Yes, but we do that all the while and then we continue getting.
We come here and
If you
ask
come
for it.
from town,
We come and
call
ask for it.
downtown, it's coming
You
from
come here.
town.
All the
It's
years
coming
are
from
here to
town.
communicate.
That's all we hear. It's not coming. Two weeks, them say 2 weeks it's coming. It's coming 2 weeks. I go there to report all the while before they take me.
The whole fact of the matter is since you people come here, we kind of see a difference, you know. It's since you people come here, we are see a little difference, you know. I tell you the truth. You people, me see I push a effort. So we just see a little difference. Because I tell them I run a ear and the lights up and I don't get it.
I don't feel that is the problem we want to ask. Why you get a receipt with no value? With no value. So why do you get a receipt? It's no value because if we get the receipt for the life, what we do?
We are going to see it. We say we're straight, so we are going to see
it. Yeah, so we go there.
This is why I
And
mentioned
our livelihood, so that's the question we'll ask. If we don't get the license, we can't go and see if we are month. What should we do? We can't report it every day for the month. We still ain't going to see. Every go to officers of a land. So what we supposed to do?
So this is what I mentioned before, that the National Fisheries Authority is a new body that came into place in 2020, was established in 2020, that replaced the Fisheries Division. Under the NFA, this is I think the third or fourth year of the NFA and the expansion of staff to fill the different roles, to increase efficiency. And that's why I can realize that there's a change now. So we are putting in the effort to increase or shorten the time that it takes to get a license. Because what I would want to ask is, have you seen an increase in efficiency in getting a license in the past year or two? Are you still having issues from
the last one before now, I get it early.
Exactly.
I get the last one before now.
So I know that these are issues that have been happening from a long time ago. So that's why we're making, so we understand the plight that we face. That's why we're increasing our efforts into getting the licenses in a shortest period of time. It's really unfortunate that you ended up in that situation.
Right.
So
considering
question again. So could you guys make it affordable to the officers that we receive valid?
Or give us a time span then. Just give us a time span.
So this is the reason
So we can understand the police.
There are two things that I mentioned. We're recommending you to apply for a license early.
Yeah, we hear that.
Within the month.
Yeah.
And as well as
So what if it come within
hold
the
on, that's what I'm saying. We're also using our officers as give our discretion about a month after.
How long
Me do it earlier than a month before. Because
how long they not do it?
you see
So the usual
sometimes
turnaround time.
sometimes if you
is 2
don't
weeks to a month.
check on the date, you know, you will run
2
off,
weeks
you know,
to a month.
and it
That's why-
expire and you
that's why I
don't know,
keep
so
on
you
mentioning.
always
That's
have
why we
to
have to
check
do
it.
that.
So just because me,
Especially if you come
see the
in
problem, I
office
just deal with it.
and ask how long they will tell you that if you come in office to do your license, they'll usually tell you come back in 2 weeks. Come back in 2 weeks to a month. That is the turnaround time for the license. So if you apply within the month or a month prior to the license expiring, you will get it. More than likely, you will get it before your license expires. That is why we're making this recommendation now, because you're putting in the effort to shorten the time that you get your license.
But we say we have a driver's license, when your driver's license come, and you go and pay the money. You get a complaint. You can drive for a while, the officer knows that you have a license in this course. I'm not officer risk, so why am I being
So what you're looking at it now, you know, the difference in legislations.
legislation?
So you have the Fisheries Act of 2018, and you have the Road Traffic Act. These different legislations might have difference in how they deal with the
But
license.
the road still have criteria, you have to meet, and even more risk, you have more things to do. I mean,
And
see that part.
out of sea, I will live in. Out of sea, I will live in.
Hey, and I will
A discussion I have use because I will live in out there.
You understand? That's what
You spend thousands of dollars to put the rigs out there. But it's hard for we sit on the land and not get the license and now go.
Shaman,
We
first
have to
thing
go.
the right thing, you know. Make the people them know, say, some of the soldiers them, some of the police them use them discretion.
Yes.
Some of them use them discretion.
We never,
understand?
no man, we don't say that. Until now, we never said them to use them discretion.
Show them that, you understand?
Me on the mention the one officer will give me problem.
You understand?
One officer give me problem, and me mention him name.
The best thing, what really
Me want to say all of them. Because you have officer will come out there and you must ask you for your license because he check you 2 days before or the week before and know say him just come and make a check on the board and him gone. Him have to ask you for the license. That at this question because he know you're up to date. And then they don't make a report. From last week you see you so you know say your papers up to date. Him want to make a check to see if anything illegal in the boat and him gone. You don't have a problem with that.
We do think court and me use to and the police.
Yeah.
But outside police, we have this right now, right? We don't like to understand it by now and the next 6 months if this thing can use.
Yeah.
As I said, I always mention the receipt is not a license.
But you have to go with that till you get the license, brother. We can't afford fast.
That's why I said.
Well, I know, give me a stick up in. Stick up in. One a minute. One a minute. You know, so me get pulled over out there. I man scam overboarding. And I go overboarding and say my papers are not right, although me have my receipt. 2 man in a boat plea. We got a court in a 2-man plea guilty with exclamation. And the man reports that the boat turn over and he lost him paper, then report it, you know. And he still get charged at 20,000. Me plea not guilty. My court put off and call up back. Me silence, what do you plea again? That's the clerk of court. Your Honor, this man did plea not guilty. What him plea now? Not guilty, same way come still have my receipt. I'm showing the clerk of court the receipt. The clerk of court show it to the judge. The clerk of court said to the policeman, say, why you bring the man here? Me, Your Honor, and he scratches. So Your Honor turn to him and say, Your Honor, what? I am asking you why you bring the man here. The man have him receipt, him have him business out there, him have to go. So, Mr. Ellis, you have to go once you have your receipt. Your receipt is valued until you get the original. So as long as you don't get the original, that's what the judge tell me and the police, you know. This man know the police. I don't quite remember my name, you know, they here now. You have to go because you spend your money and your business out there. You may go, Miss Iris, step down. Come back here, Miss Iris. Me in my mind, I say, what the hell is this now? You see, you must check the office for your original paper. I say, Your Honor, the office in my bedroom. That meaning to say, I close by me the office there. Up to this morning before I come to court, I check it. You may go. The officer outside say, give me something out of here now, give judge. Me give him 2 grand. 2 grand me give him. I never must give me no. And me and him become an excellent friend. And give me a life jacket, brother. So, one was saying now about the receipt not relevant. That's not our fault. No. And I will continue pleading not guilty until the day I'm dead once me have the receipt. I not for fault. Me go work it out of the court. That's what the judge tell me, Abel Donovan Ellis. That's what the judge tell me. So, when you see me out there with my receipt and you pull me over and me show you not guilty, can me go to court, me tell the judge and show the judge my original car. Me can't go in the office go do it myself. You catch me? So me have to go to court with it. So make them call up Fisheries Authority and ask them what is happened to Mr. Hemmings' paper, what is happened, license and receipt. Don't ask me, I don't work at the office, me pay for it. Yeah. Here is the receipt.
Remember them the semester say it don't stand, the receipt don't stand.
The judge tell me that in front of the officer will bring me over there.
A couple of weeks ago up the MP office so
that
our meeting.
That is nonsense.
Why you give with this when you pay the money?
You just come, right?
Yeah, man.
Why you give with this when you pay the money? Because as long as the money pay, we get this. This shows this stance will legal to go there.
How long the receipt stand for? Receipt itself.
The thing about the receipt doesn't have a time stamp.
No expired date, not the panel.
No.
No,
The receipt,
they expired.
so speaking from the Fisheries Act of 2018, which governs this, that is the legislation that governs fishers, industrial fishers, even us as fisheries inspectors, how we perform our duties on the sea. The Fisheries Act does not speak to a receipt. The Fisheries Act speaks to a license. It speaks to a prescribed license. It speaks
That
to...
is nonsense.
Hold on. I want to say something to this.
Nonsense.
You come here.
Nonsense.
Hold on. We are repair the thing to get the license. It takes months.
Weeks, years.
It takes months.
That is correct.
Hey,
I have the receipt.
done. No me receipt.
Eh?
My license up.
So the receipt purpose of this is the same thing when you buy something.
No, hold on, look. No. I want you to do something about this thing. We can stay out here for 2-3 months and don't get the license. I don't get repair. Why fisheries don't act on this thing properly? Can always renew my thing months before it is due. And you can't get the thing in. So where you go? You have to stay up and see for 3-4 months.
When your things out there perish and your family
You
and
do that.
disappear.
So you people are fishing supposed to see that when the thing repair money, we get the thing as quick as possible.
Same time.
That we don't have enough interaction with the police or the soldiers.
You wait in a 7 days
This is
time.
what I
then
talk
you
about.
find
Set that date, you can't have it like that. Police is...
I mean, you do it. I mean, you pay them money and do it.
The police is not talking. You're not talking proper.
The officer is supposed to give you a chance to fish because you cannot get the receipt, get your license
No.
same time, right? The receipt should be valid.
Of course.
You're going to the sea, right? And I think
course you're talking,
I
man.
think you should go back to your office and get the right information and come present it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is nonsense, bullshit.
Yeah.
So even the officers then where they are here that you know, you think them are gonna no mercy upon we out there? Them are gonna dig we up same way.
Yeah, man.
Same way them are gonna dig we up.
With
We
us,
can tell them on that.
That's my biggest problem.
Okay, guys.
They don't go on here about receipt number. No receipt number.
Mad different. They don't talk properly.
I'm the compliance officer for St. Thomas, right? Okay. So what I'm getting from this is that you guys want the receipt to be able to use
Until we get the
license.
original.
Yeah. And you guys are
That's
also
what we need.
asking for the license to be returned at an earlier date. Okay. We just want to get
Thank you, ma'am.
Take so long.
That's what we want.
Why is it so long?
That is all we want.
Why it take so long at fishery to get the license?
1 year trip.
When I can...
Sometime over 1 year, sometime I when me renewing again before me get one. Yeah. And if you carry your paper, them and I'll tell your paper not valid.
Do your business now.
Okay, Rassi.
I'm a driver, my driver's license receipt.
This is my problem now. The Coast Guard come, I thought it's sure that see rough as she can then pull the water. See rough, then when you come against them boat. Last time, it's the second day, the Coast Guard the car the one when you come and see you get something you can stretch it down basket, we put the paper them in there and look and it and such and give back. You know, one she can't come and lick me over and somebody get thrown or something. Yeah, and they come. And we don't get none for you. We don't get none for you.
No problem here with them, I thought with them and half an
So
hour.
once it ride and come, no damage
You
is not the light
stretch it like a basket, like a dipper. Yeah. Something in there, you look and you stretch it back and give it. We don't want no problem with the boat, look and you say somebody.
Before you never deal with me, good boy, police and all, no manners. Police and all,
Them a come against me around and kill me. I'm saying, man, stand up this time, I don't want to let me down. I'm going to go back against them. I say, yeah, man.
You can't go close. You can't go close where you don't have to tie up on the boat. You know, you can't go close where a member can step over in the boat. You know, you ease off back from that boat. You know.
Yeah, man.
But when you tie, no, man, I tie with tight. No, man, I tie with tight. I tie with tight. Don't it? No, honestly, I tie with tight. No, I mean, I say if you see rough whatsoever, you know, I not tell a lie and give the one a bad name. But what I'm saying, you can go close and even a member step over and you move away from the boat till you're ready to put him on back. But if you tie on upon it, sometimes it's risky. Because the swelling I see.
Anytime you go alongside and give them the documents,
We can't just turn again, brother. One process until me come back.
I'm go alongside again and give them the documents.
Yeah, man, we give them the plate, we give them the bucket and everything. Just not that you not take out nothing.
Alright. I don't want too much time with you.
I'm a gun work.
The issue now is the fish pot them out of sea.
That's the younger problem I have with them. Right in front of me, I the soldier cut
meeting
here.
keep here already with member from the Coast Guard, member from Marine Police, member from Fisheries. And you see the week after, it's like we turn on a whipping our back.
Yes, man. When you're right,
Like
man,
a
I'm
revenge.
them a jar you got about me.
Right now, sometimes you look at
And
like
you can't
3
talk
soldier
and you
boat
want
out there a
style
race.
up.
And I right through with pot set.
Full
Right
speed
through.
ahead.
Me know one special officer over there so we have caution power. I don't know his name, but I know one special officer, a soldier we have caution power. Me sure, me know one. But brother Santa we out to see like a race, the 3 boat a race. The marine boat, me can tell you, a chuckle I come through. Me not give them no fight with that.
That's true.
But the coast guard boat pull up on me. The coast guard boat pull up on me. And you see when them a sail off back, this man buoy, pot buoy, we see float up.
Boy, to you want me say, I'm not telling him and say, well, you see next thing, excuse me.
I'm talking about coming. I see both of them. When the man come from me, see the heart sim. You have to see man say, go away.
Yeah, man.
And he stop like a come cross, come cross.
Right in the pot set. And when you tell them I come like a disrespect, you disrespect. I don't disrespect. Alright. So what are we out here? What are we outside here? Right? And the same way how we all mark and can travel if you're not traveling in a pot set. If you're not traveling, I pack them day or night. I feel any experience, man, where I kept my boat out there can do the same thing. Don't use powers against me. Because right now, it's coming like a powers I use against me. Because, you know, my face, week before last, me I draw a pot like this. And the coast guard passed me just out of the tree there, so when they pack them there. Full tilt I go with it. And then wheel it and lean it and look for me. Where you coming like a mackie.
The man just processed my paper and talk to me.
You saw them go out right now? You go out and see. You saw them go out to see? They take it short practice. So everything will put this chop out front.
Them a travel all way upon the inside.
And when you in the glass
and I like to see a boat
no man
inside
the pump up high forward to look over to see. And the boat bow stay so. How the hell you going to see what they are front of you? You cannot see.
And then something
right, the man just come process my paper, brother, and I show him say, pop. Yeah. And me get by and me say float up at the something they went pop off and then gone. Because when the animal they touch anything, you know, if I even wire, they don't feel it.
Honestly, me not give them no fight. Then deal with me with respect.
Yes.
When them come my way,
yeah, man.
Deal with you with respect. But with the pot situation,
then I know
it's rough. You're gonna see you lose 2 pots. You're gonna see you lose 3 pots. You're gonna see you lose. What we are gonna fear after?
Then something they give me belly working all I see.
If you go to school, everything.
Turn me fool. You think I joke me and my brother?
We do it already now. We meeting like this here already. And you see a week after. And I tell you brother, we feel it. And I wouldn't like this time after this one close it up again.
We are suffer that way, man. We are suffer with the Coast Guard and the pack, to be honest. And all them have to do, drive further and see how type of set. That's all it takes.
We carry narrows bank at Jamaica. We have narrow. By you do 3 miles out, that's how deep you're depend. Come on. If you see a 1 mile, 3 miles. If you see a 1 boat and you want to go check it, take time and go check the 1 boat and take time and go to when you reach back out of the pot set. You can push your truck and go out. You can't come in here full thing. Sometimes when you come in and then try to stop, then come. I believe about 2 months ago, then slap the soldier boat slam up in my boat. That honestly, I'm not afraid to make all bad word me start tell them. Yeah, because the speed when man come with and the man slap the boat because slam up in my boat. That's not supposed to happen.
You're going to talk to another person.
It's not supposed to happen. Slam up in my boat. It's not supposed to happen.
I want this man. Man, what's the man? Joke with man. Joke with
So the issue was brought to my attention some weeks ago. I've made some active steps to brief the crews, the officers down here, and officers are cooperating on the vessels and just how sensitive the nature of it is. You said, what's your name?
Hemmings.
Mr. Hemmings. In regards to the license, right? You said you would not intentionally not renew the license, or you would not go to sea legally.
Right.
And I can say the same for my crew. my officers is to operate in my boats. It's not intentional that we are destroying fish ponds. If you have circumstances or situations where you see fit that they are taking a set on you, anybody here, I want you to personally make reports. Our outstations are boating. We always have an officer there. So going forward, what I can advise is that in these situations, you feel like you're being unfairly treated, feel like you're being targeted, I want you to take it up into your hands. Make reports.
May I intercede, sir? Not being targeted, but it's careless that they don't drive through it and don't care what happened. I own a boat and care what happened. Yes, I see. Police would not have problem, police at the time that so they don't drive through it.
I hear that.
I'm not spot every week I'm losing spots. Does that make no sense?
I hear that. And I'm saying that it's being addressed. Right? But what I want to take it a step further. Right? If you are being targeted, if you're being treated unfairly.
Not about the target. Don't use that target. I wouldn't call that a target.
Okay.
It's careless.
If you are being inconvenienced by how we operate, I would like to invite you guys to make the report to our base. We can do our investigation.
We don't want to get trouble. I just want you to tell them to be careful of consider fishermen. That's all.
Yes,
consider fishermen. You see the pots that take a time and drive through it.
With a weird for the shallow end, man.
Yeah,
that's why it help as well. When these things are reported, we can mark these areas,
Talk to
mark
them,
these spots. So they can be aware, because I can guarantee sometimes they're not even aware. Right? We want to gather.
Don't say true.
No, man, sometimes also the man is sail the boat, man. You know, so they have no experience at all.
Them are weird at the part because when you go the first time and you see the whole heap of patch in the ear and the second time you go there, so you know must have weird part, man, and John and Chua. Come on, man.
But as I said,
nonsense.
Put them on separate card, you know, so then must be actively working on trying to be more careful in how we operate.
Right.
Right. So my intent going forward is to reduce the amount of inconveniences to you.
Thank you, sir.
Going forward.
Right.
Yep. So we want to establish a good working relationship with everybody here. Right. We want, at the end of the day, we're all looking out for each other. We want to ensure everybody's operating legally, everybody's safe at sea, and there's a livelihood for everybody here and for Jamaica. So there is no bad blood. We just want to get things right going forward. Now thank you for expressing the concern. Right, and it's my promise that going forward we will fix it.
What about having them driving or steering at a moderate speed out there?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Ask them to drive like, I don't know what I call it, not what. Just have to drive at a moderate speed so that they know this track, they can see clearly in front of them. So they know this track, any parts or anything like that. Why don't tell them that?
Yes, that has been the directive that has been passed to the sailors operating.
And what is the also of the fishermen them? Whenever that happens to them, everybody, all of them go down the phone, right? Take a video of the happenings and present it as concrete evidence.
That is fine. That's why I'm encouraging the reports to be done. Reports can be made.
Yeah, but sometimes you draw the pots, you know, no time to use the pot.
No
You go for under your boat.
Think for your phone.
Get out.
Phone then take 100 miles.
You don't have time for that.
Think for your phone.
You draw your pot already.
Yeah, they draw your pot like so.
It's simple, you know. All they do, the soldiers have to be careful when they're doing out here. In a pot set, especially like out here.
Yeah.
It's a numerous spot. You can see it all this time. You can't drive willy-nilly through it. Most of the time out here. You go along the coast, go up. You don't have to drive straight.
In terms of the pot, the length of car that they use on the pot, sometimes they put them tall. The rope. Sometimes the rope them tall, down here on a clear backers on it.
It happened because of the current. No, I have to explain. It happened because of the current. Sometimes the current dead light. So the rope have a float. But when the current no light, then it's like this. Them now go stand up on the water. So.
Yeah, sometimes they have pots on the outside too. Not on the inside alone. True? You have pots on the outside of the ocean. That's deep, right?
Yeah.
And some of them not clear. Some of them very clear. The back of them very clear. You can't see.
Once you travel, and you glimpse that image, As if it is a pot. You just slow down. And all the time you have to see it, you know, but whenever you see it, you just slow down.
All I'm saying, sometimes you something visible. Sometimes you can see the pot. A red color. Sometimes have some clear buckles, you know, with all the labels come off, you know. We can't see that, you know.
Why you believe the clear buckle them are used? At the buckle them are see more time to find the pot.
And to put on 5 gallon.
5 gallon buckle.
And a dent and
I could chop off Sherry.
We want your assistant. Me fish night sea. We got albatross, far sea. I know sometimes I'm left after the harbor, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and I never run over a pot boy. You know why? Because when we go up, we make some pitchy edge.
You're not going to feel if you run over none, so you're not going to say you're doing it.
Yeah, from me catch a deep before. The fourth car can do the same thing. Oh, me, albatross we go, you know. Let's hurry.
All right. Yeah,
so I travel from it out this out and I'm traveling from the deep end and go everywhere. Never run over a fat boy. Because I know the fat boy will matter the engine. Coast guard not think on that. Because they don't say rip and go. Because the fat boy now you don't know you chop and go. He said 900 horsepower. Yeah, just rip and go. Then just stand like that. So, you know, you can't say if a patrol get our engine, go and mash it up. So
you know what officer I know? You know what officer over there where captain the Coast Guard boat, you know? And I know what officer over there where captain the Coast Guard boat, we consider fisherman, you know? No man, you hear me say? The marine police, them deal with the things, them a deal with it good. I don't give them no bad name. You can't set 100 pot out there. And you have one soldier when me sure about the captain the boat over there. We deal with the thing good. You never see my feeder come through your pot. I don't know any.
Alright, give me a thing.
Be a white, you say. You can't make for the water. Be a white. Be a white.
The topic is caution. That's how we are talking about caution. You know me see in front of me? That man, over there. We in a one boat. I guess how this man talk. The Coast Guard come down and check we. As we are talking about caution, and then come down and check we, and you say right moving from if you go check our next boat, remember you know at the pot set this and the pot set that. We're talking about caution like pot set. And you know say by moving from the right side of the boat so they go chop up, they chop the next boy right up there so. And then you say that pot set there you know. And then go in right in front of it, then chop it. They don't take time.
Honestly,
so we can't say they boy then tag on out so. I don't remember it's a pot set. So you have to look for you pat them right here and right here. Wish Mr. Holiday whatever you want. You know the system and the pot set out there. But the system is caution. You know a pot is set this you know a pot is so you know natural pat in the area there so. You just check about this and you see one up there so you have to move full 100 so kind next boat a drawing pot so you can take time and go check it. Who's and chop it off with the 3 big something.
If we outside there drive the pot, I would say the boat I come up in the pot set on full speed and yeah, I go like this. I go like this and I try to back them off. Them feel like I disrespect you, I disrespect them. I don't disrespect. Yeah, I try to signal them to make them know. To them it might feel like I disrespect. But yeah, I try to give them a card.
Show them some world sea.
Yeah, well, them
tell them world sea.
One coming here say, run fast, I saw that boat.
And
one time he hold this, I drop at them, and then come out then, and the man then put up in the patch, and after the hospital. Man, go away, and then stop, and check for them, and then come back, and then the time I go to pack up the man and turn on the sea.
And which this man say, you have some of them with natural caution on the system, and some do not care, none at all. And oh God, we're rigging still there. We see, we are loose, oh, we have to get everything with the sea. Sea is very expensive. You could out $180,000 now, and 3-4 days ago, see, you get 3 pounds of fish, 4 pounds of fish, like that, you go here that day, you see 2. How it look?
Buy again.
Yes, buy again.
Buy again, that's
So while they keep going through at high speed and this is the fisherman, why? It's indiscipline. That's the problem.
You can't say, well, you can't inside of them glass house Coast Guard there and say whether I
No, you can't.
Yeah, I must want one big ship like yourself.
No, if you're disciplined enough,
you see, that's how we are giving it.
Right, come on.
Right, it's a matter of just reminding the person.
What is wow?
Vessels just proceed with caution. for the matter in this, it's two different circumstances. Yeah.
They're not disrespectful.
I fish the boat. And as such, it was a difficult challenge. When persons steal boat and stuff, carry it elsewhere and operate it without the relevant documentation. You can't present a boat license, you can't present fishing license, and you want time for present. That is a gray area that we try to cover. Yeah. So if a man thief a boat or so,
That's understandable.
it's basically a leg of the man technically. The man gone. You think he might come back?
No.
No.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So it's in your interest and benefit that when you're going to sea, I would encourage each and every one of you to make sure you do a float plan. Who's going, where you're going, when you plan to come back, and ensure that you have life jacket, the relevant documentation, that when requested by the Coast Guard, the Marine Police, or Fisheries Inspector, you so do have it on hand to show for various reasons. Because a lot of things is happening in our space, and we want to ensure that for your safety, we minimize pirate and all of this. Because I'm not going to show you who they really are, and we really can't know if a license is up to date. And sometime I will tell you a number of licenses right here at the Port Morant substation that has not been collected by fishers. And they take the opportunity to show receipt to say, boy, we're licensed already. But even so, we're going up really wrong. It is the onus is on you to ensure to follow. Sometimes you don't submit all the relevant documentation, and hence it takes 2, 3, 4 weeks, a month or more in order for that document to be processed for you to get back the license. And these are some of the challenges. You might have said, but do my license, I have the receipt. I don't believe a receipt should generate and given to you until you produce all the documentation. Because when you get that receipt, you're going to say, then when I do, sit down a yard for 2 weeks till my license ready. I mean, I'm picking them for feed. I'm saying to you that sometimes you fail to produce the relevant documentation so that the license can be generated, both license and fishing license. And until the headquarters get these documentation, it will not be processed.
If you give the person the receipt and then want them to do the relevant stuff, why you give them the receipt then? You shouldn't give them the receipt.
And I totally agree with you.
You should give them the receipt. You tell them, say, you don't know.
You can't get the receipt without having the receipt.
Yeah, you can't get the receipt. Yeah, you're not getting the receipt.
No.
Nobody get the receipt.
You can't get the receipt. Unless abandon.
And one of the next thing, I say enough of the license and ID them will pack up in the office. Is it people them, whenever them hear, say a little thing going grand for fisherman, we're running. And I come get documents. They come get where fisherman forget a shot where where a shot where the upfront fisherman forget. And as soon as they get it, them just walk and sell it. So then a business come collect the license and the receipt. Honestly, I saw it go.
No, I don't want to get stamp out because when them say that buy them, that nothing stamp out, I love buy them cheaper.
The man who lose not get nothing, the man who not lose nothing.
No, that nothing cut out. That's
the man who not
lose nothing. Then when you get the buy.
Yeah, but we will get more too.
And that's why I encourage you to also form yourself into a group, a cooperative. More effective. So some of your concern and your issue that you are venting here now. Through your cooperative, you can write a letter to the National Fisheries Authority expressing your concern, your issues, and we will see how best we can address the concern, the issues that we encounter. So we can work together.
This beach have a problem. 3 times me involved in a carp, I try farm carp here, my money just burn up and gone. It just run part-time and just end and nothing more. 3 times. One of the time I find myself I have to throw a fee for man because no want to continue.
3 times. 3 times. And it happened from Carlos was here. So I don't know if it do again. The only thing we can do is join lice now Morant.
Yeah, but that's that. You're doing something right because the cooperatives they are subject to auditing as well. Yeah, so it's not just a group just farm and without anything at all. Subjected to auditing where and monthly meetings should be taking place.
Right.
Where your concern, your issue, and a minute should be read. What happened at the last meeting? How much is in the kitty?
Right.
How the money been spent? How it's been used? But sometimes you, the fishers, don't have time to even have meeting. Too busy gonna see or look out at the business.
We try.
Yeah?
And we find time for it. We find time for it. Right now, the last when I last individual where I collect my money is still about here. We try. But me rather go join, go our next beach, go join it, go down even involved right here, so. Where me home ground. Right now. Because 3 times me try here. Me try 3 times. I lose my money 3 times.
Why me in poor do nothing when you go with the ice water? My God, and some sanitary cup.
Be sure and make sure that you have the relevant documentation, relevant license. I take this opportunity to remind you to ensure that you have the relevant license, authorization, or permit to engage in fishing and the type of fishing that you do.
Yeah.
The condition is on the license, what you're supposed to be fishing. Nowadays, I noticed the trend where spear fishers use the spear gun to shoot lobster, and then they explain to me, them who don't know say it's a buried lobster or it's an undersized lobster until they retrieve it. I want to remind you, it is illegal to kill, harm any of these species and land it. Whether it be undersized or a buried lobster, be mindful person who use the spear fish. The spear. There are other methods that can be used. There are other methods that can be used, such as there is a, I don't remember the name, but they have something that they use to hold the lobster. Yeah? They squeeze it together, it hold the lobster, you retrieve the lobster. You can see that if it's buried underside also and release it back. The objective, you don't want to kill out the breed or kill the species. You have another net thing that they use to sort of guide them into as well. So if you use spear, you can consider using these if you don't have boat and trap for use. We have to use other method to minimize killing the species unnecessarily. Because when you shoot it, it's done dead already. You know? What you do? If you carry it in, you can be charged. You throw it where you're killing all
One
the
question.
Yes, sir.
Like now with the doing the lobster season.
Yeah.
For instance, we go on net sea.
Yeah.
And you catch a lobster and the lobster damage you, if you throw him over, he's not going to live. He's not going to survive and you're coming with it. You still got jail for you?
Throw it back.
No, I'm under accident.
Everybody going to use, give me an alibi, and I'm not going to accept those alibis. Or they will deliberately damage it. So tell me, say, boy, pass it, no say damage, so maybe show it back.
The next fish, you go out there and catch lobster in the night. You can't take him out in the night. Out of sea.
That's when you're coming.
When you are coming in the night.
Yeah.
And if you're in the net, coming. And you hook up with him in the net. What would happen?
Well, based on your explanation, we can use discretion. Discretion can be exercised based on the circumstance. So if I saw so example, you are coming in, you stop you, check your boat, and I observe the lobster in the net.
Yeah.
It's left to my discretion now that this is fair enough, that reasonable that it was get caught up in the net, you might never see it. But if I saw it into a container or an igloo, that's telling me you have an intention. That is not accident because you would have thrown it back.
Yeah, that is true.
So if I see it in the net caught up, then it's a discretionary will be you exercised there. Or should be exercised in such a situation like that.
Yeah.
Because if you catch it accidentally, it should be released, free and armed,
and unearthed, right? Yeah. But if I see it in some container, then it's tell me otherwise that you have an intention. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It must be thrown back free and armed, right? Okay. We're trying to preserve the species and the breed. We know that. And that is the objective. And we want you to help us. Just voluntarily help assist us to maintain. So we can have them next week, next month, next year, and for the next generation to come. Have to preserve it. But some tell me, say, boy, them have to make back, then look your gas money if you go back and see because they don't make no catch. All right, look here, man. All right. We have to think about tomorrow. All right, you decide. That's some bad picture. That's right. The government of Jamaica to help me now with mining is for the past 6 years done that in a pure you can see. So they don't help a man, you know. I mean, I don't want to and kill the man in it. And then come back then and know. As we set in it, and we see them we have to take up because we not catch a fish. We not catch a fish and peel up now. Not that true. 6 years and more now them are giving this problem. I mean I tell you say, and one of them coming and me going reach. But I believe they're not to pass something so. Number one, we can't do nothing with them. Then that wildlife. No, sir. You have to live with that. Wildlife? Yeah, like you can't shut them up and shoot them and then we'll take a weapon. Clear here to you for sure. A wildlife that. Be mindful that the law make provision for a lot of things. And if you fail to adhere to the condition of your license, if you fail to adhere to the condition of your license, it can be revoked, cancelled, or suspended. I want you to note, if you fail to follow the condition of your license that is stipulated, it can be revoked, suspended, or cancelled. As well, your boat can be seized. Equipment, anything that you use to commit an offense can and may be seized. I want you to be mindful. Pay close attention to the condition of your license. Because most of you get the license, look upon it and say, all right, I feel near the on it, and that's as far as it goes. You don't pay no attention to the condition that is on it, what you're supposed to be doing, and how you're supposed to be doing, and where you're supposed to be fishing. Pay close attention to these, gentlemen. Compressor is another issue, sore point. We do not issue license to anybody. You must request permission to use compressor. Compressor is not a banned equipment. It is regulated. You must have permit to use it. Too much of our fishers either injure or die as a result of the compressor. Please ensure failing to do so can and may result in you being charged as well. If there's a dispute among yourself at sea within 7 working days, it must be reported to the Marine Police as well as the National Fisheries Authority. Any dispute at sea among yourself, either on the beach. A crew member? No, man. If you're a crew member, it must be reported. When you say among yourself, what do you mean? I don't understand. Alright, so you go out there. Example. A team of fishers say, boy, you have some fishermen when you go out until they see another fisherman are coming. So when they see this man come in, then decide so them go out there. So him go out there now and a fishing in the region where him think this man gets fish. So this man go out the back and him and say, yo, I mean, my space this, you know. I say, boy, nah man, I fish anyway, man. And boat start bumps up boat. So this one now decides say, I push the other boat with fin boat. The other one take a paddle and slap this one in the corner. And a fight start. No, there's no. You once you on the South Chef, so your license would state fish for the following fish: fin fish and lobster. 100 lobster per trip. In the following area: the North Shelf,
the South Shelf, the Morant and Pedja Bank, right? So it states exactly where you're supposed to and what you're supposed to be fishing, right? So if a man decides, boy, I want to war with you, walk him out, nobody fight. And if you need, for whatever reason you and him have any dispute, report it to the Marine Police as well as Fisheries. Ensure that you get a receipt that it has been reported. Because too often these things happen and no report whatsoever has been made until after a week or 2 weeks after. Yeah, you say, boy, this is happened. I see and this stack come off and all sort of something. Crew member, I've seen it. I go on a beach, 4 men decide to them a fight. 4, the fish. 1 captain the boat, 1 own the boat, another 1 buy the gas, 1 own the boat, 1 buy the gas, 1 captain the boat and 1 catch a fish then. And when they come in, the owner said, look here, me own the boat and if me never have a boat, you could catch a fish. The next one said, watch out, you need money for buy gas? If me never buy the gas, the boat could have gas here. The next one they say, watch out, me captain this. And if me never captain this, who know what we have the fish to fight for? And then the next one now, who catch a fish, he was the expert, he was the technical person. So if me never catch no fish, who know have no fish to fight for? And everybody think they must get the most. Because me the owner, me feel like me must get the most of the catch. The man who buy the gas, him say, I him forget the most. There were no plan whatsoever, and hence we have a conflict. And when I arrive on the beach, man with stick and stone and something, that's a calm down man, what's the situation? And that's how they start explaining to me what has happened. Right? So, what I did, when I was doing supervised management, I draw a 6 on the ground. And put 1 at one end and put the other at the other end. This is called perception. So you say, I say, you see a 9. I ask him, you say I see a 6. I say, very good. I say, go over there, sir. I put the other one over there, sir. Him say, I see a 9. Put him over there, sir. Him say, I see a 6. I say, this is called perception. We are looking at the same number, but from a different angle. Now, I say, all right, you, Mr. Captain, I know you are the captain anymore. You are the owner of the boat. And you, Mr. Owner, you are not the owner anymore. You are the captain. So I did that. I shuffled them right around. Right? So just like how you look on the 6 and you tell me say 9 you see and whatever, and you tell me say 6. You know, look on the same number now. So I put them in a different, I put him in a category as the owner now. I say, how you feel as the owner? He said, I may forget most of the fish. He said, oh, very good. So you come out of the captain shoes and you're down the owner and you still feel you must get most of the fish. Very good. So I switch them around until everybody feel what it's like to be the owner. And everybody conclude. Me must get the most of the fish. Me are the owner. I say, now you understand how the owner feel. Right? So after me do all of that with them, the man then say, you know, say we're too full. We're busy there and fight out who catch most of the fish and stuff. And I left them for them make the decision. The man then just put the fish in a 4 equal parts. Right. This is how the problem was resolved. 4 equal parts. So we just agree to disagree. Generally, this is not how it's been done. It's done where the boat, you take out the boat share, everybody do it differently, but we don't want to stop nothing more. So we just allow them to agree to disagree to resolve that issue. When going to sea, we must come to some conclusion as to how the fish will be shared. Right? We must come to some conclusion before going out. But let me up on the beach, they don't do nothing. And I say, boy, I got to see, you know, but no gas, you know. Yeah? Another man said, boy, I can't buy the gas, you know. Another man said, boy, I can't captain the boat. And that's how they end up going to sea. But there was no plan. When they come back, that's how the fight come. All about the fish. So they're ready to kill each other for the fish. But that is how that matter was resolved. So going forward, you would have different way of deal with it where everybody knows the watcher. You take out a share for the boat and whatever left, you share it up for yourself and whatever. That's what I see some people do it. But you don't have your own way of doing it. But what I'm saying is that if And when there's a conflict, we not to resort to violence. I know that you might need some training in conflict resolution, how to deal with dispute among yourself. It will always happen. We'll always have disagreement. But may I beg you, for God's sake, let us agree to disagree. You don't have to fight. Walk out another man, go up a hill, go drink and jelly.
We don't fight down here.
Yes, right?
That's the president here.
We don't fight down here.
All right.
A man go see and then get him share. We don't fight round here. So what you've been speaking is not round here.
All right. I love that. I love that. For know that not happening around here.
That's the president.
Any other question? Are we clear on
Fishing boat, you know. What do you think about the fishing boat? You want to idea about the boundary of the fishing inside the harbour?
The boundary of the?
Sanitarian.
Yeah,
yes, that one.
Sometimes we catch spot in the harbour, man catch spot, sometimes we have to line market.
And we see them pick up some steak out and whenever no meat, never put say, that's all gone.
No fishing is supposed to go on in the harbour. So,
Pan the steak mark, no fish allowed.
and you have spotted man fishing in the harbour. Yeah, we catch bait to catch out of sea in the harbour. You have to do a lot to sleep inside your
So
stuff.
there was no consultation
No meat,
whatsoever?
man. We just go see and see them out there.
Alright, so how many fishers, Morant, Lethal, who else will have fishing within the harbour?
When sea rough, I
Well, me fishing online, I catch bait in the harbour.
Just bait in the harbour?
And Batman and net man, they lick up
Just
full
who
boat,
use
man.
the harbour, just
And then
who use
survive.
down the harbour, like Lethal, the Portman. Yeah.
A man like you, we are there long years, you know. Remember that we declared this area Sankerd, boarded fish
How
Sankerd.
about yourself?
I'm up some man.
Married to producer to the
Back out the whole harbour. The whole harbour.
Is there?
Yeah.
Was it demarcated?
No.
It was not being done, demarcated.
No.
But who themselves over the science about it up here?
No, man. Never there before. Not before. Mark come in and do it. So they know.
The mark
outside this now. Yeah.
Jamaica government, no fishing. Right, so when was it done?
The whole harbour. Whole company.
Just a couple months
Just
now
to
since
bring you up to speed so that
From
you
out
know,
of the
find
green
yourself inside where they don't want you to fish. That's why they demark.
But they complete harbour yeah, because it put up on the window there for a charge.
Alright, we can have another meeting about it, but that's something that we generally, whenever we are going to do something, we always consult with fishers. So, agree on the boundaries, where to fish, where not to fish. So, anytime we catch a man in there, we just take him boat, revoke him license, and just tell him to go plant corn or something up in the boat.
And that's
And if we find him back out at sea again, then you know exactly
that
which
is
part
sin,
him out
big
end up.
man. You
This
can't
time.
warn him and give him a second chance. That is sin. Yeah, man.
Any further questions?
You have to tell the coast yard and say the stop driver cut off the man and fish spot. I just come here now.
Any more questions for JDF?
We don't have a problem. The only problem we have is just we don't have a problem because stop and deal with us, then deal with us.
We are going to ask them to drive little further, see.
Yeah.
Out of the country, that's all. Manners,
We can't work without them, you know. We can't
we
work
speak
without
to it
them.
very
We happy
good.
when we
We are beg. Just drive a little further out of the
Yeah,
country.
it's
That's
just
all.
one little issue that we have. We can't say nothing more about them.
Ensure that you have the Marine Police number, the Coast Guard number, National Fisheries number, Authority.
You go and
So
give it them.
you can, I can provide
them
them.
like right now.
So if and when something happens, you want to check up on your fishing license, you can
You can give me a number,
so
Chief.
do. If something happens and you need to report to the police, you can so do. You don't have to wait till you come in before you do it. But when you come in, make a farmer report at the base, close to you.
I'm afraid to go over there. I'm go over there and get turned down, so I'm not go back.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
So,
And the
try it
worst
again.
turn down that we get.
confident the police and the soldiers say we have a settlement, right? Right, sir? Yes, we have a good settlement. A good family relationship and go on, right?
I want to continue.
We go over there still, because I stop. I still go over there and give them all for you guys. If I'm stop off for the 2 feet. I'm not happy to say, I soon come and come in and I still go over there.
Sometimes a man wrong with you. Him can wrong with you, I mean wrong.
Right.
Then
do
we're
it.
going to have a serious outside here, you know that. Yes, you'll be breaking, you'll be. So just stay within, out of the boundary.
So, officer, what about I mean that big 20 they don't keep minding? So what about that figure?
Could you please repeat that?
Me know that big 20 football.
Yeah.
Don't keep minding. If you know about that figure.
There's a pack of boats, man. A pack of boats, man, after full score.
Yeah, then so where is General Fisher? You used to go outside. But since the engine's stolen, you're paddling.
Yeah, I'm fishing net and line.
You're not talking right thing, man. You know your juggle since the engine take away.
Even so, you know, there is no justification to permit or allow somebody or one person, because if me say alright, as a result, based on your circumstance, I allow you to permit your film. It can cause a challenge.
Tell me a number, big you. Tell me a number.
You will have to find another way out, except for fishing within the boundary. There's no justification, it cannot be justified.
No, we're not there.
We're going to have a follow-up meeting. No,
the whole harbour can't ban. The side to the mangrove, the side to the mangrove.
The whole harbour can't ban. The whole harbour can't ban. Can't ban the whole harbour, not just so. Can't ban. Up there so it's enough, brother. Up there fishing.
One away. When one away up part to the mangrove, you ban that side, but the whole entire harbour can't ban. You're not going to know where else to see that. Yeah, because when you're flying for rapid. But I know that you're spread to get to it, but in the harbour. Yeah.
Because even in certain situations,